Let's discuss about light. Light is a part of electromagnetic spectrum. Let's see what is electromagnetic spectrum. There are different waves in electromagnetic spectrum called as electromagnetic waves. These electromagnetic waves are produced by accelerating charges. So when a charge gets accelerated, there is variation of electric field and hence there is variation of magnetic field due to induction, and those are electromagnetic waves produced. So electromagnetic spectrum is a list of different electromagnetic waves in an increasing or decreasing order of their wavelengths or frequency. So the electromagnetic spectrum starts with radio waves, so what are they? Radio waves, microwaves, infrared rays, visible rays, UV rays, X-rays and gamma rays. So this is the order of decreasing of wavelength indicated with lambda or increasing number of frequency. So electromagnetic spectrum have different waves. Out of that, the part of light which is visible to the human eye is called visible spectrum or also called as light. So light can be defined as a part of electromagnetic spectrum which causes sensation of vision to the human eye. So that is called light. And in this we have spectrum called visible spectrum, and that is simply VIBGYOR. And the wavelength of this visible spectrum lies from 4000 angstrom to 7000 angstrom approximately. So 4000 angstrom to 7000 angstrom is the range of wavelength of light which can be seen by human eye. So light causes sensation of vision to the human eye. So light can be defined as a part of electromagnetic spectrum which causes sensation of vision. The study of light is called optics. So there are two types of study of light, considering one light as a ray and the other as a wave. So light has a dual nature. So let us discuss about the properties of light. So we discuss about properties. The first property of light is light travels with the greatest speed of 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. The second property is light has dual nature. So light is acting as a particle also as well as a wave nature and particle nature. Light has dual nature. Different colors of light are due to different frequencies. So different frequencies causes what? Different colors. And next property of light is light travels faster in rarer medium and travels slower in denser medium, which means when light enters from, let's say this is medium 1 and this is medium 2 and these are separated by a surface, so this is called interface. When light enters from one medium to the other medium, the speed of the light changes. The speed of the light is less in denser medium and more in rarer medium. Also, when light travels from one medium to the other medium, speed and wavelength changes, but frequency of the light remains the same. So the frequency of light is same whether it travels from one medium to the other medium. So let's come to this again. The properties of light is, first property is light travels with a speed equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second, which is the greatest speed which is in vacuum, and light has dual nature, which is both particle nature as well as wave nature. Different colors of light are due to different frequencies. If frequency changes, then color of the light also changes. Light travels faster in rarer medium and slower in denser medium. Another important property of light is that light chooses to travel from one path to the one point to the other point where it takes the least time to travel. Suppose this is a point where light is present and it has to reach the other point. It can be done in many ways. So it can go that way, come reflect here. It can go this way and come reflect here, but it chooses a path where it takes least time, and that is called Fermat's principle. So Fermat's principle is saying that the light always chooses a path in which it takes least time to travel, also called as least time principle. That is the fifth property of light. Let's see another property of light. The other property of light is that light does not require any medium to propagate. So if it does not require any medium to propagate, it is called non-mechanical wave. So non-mechanical wave is a wave which does not require any medium to propagate. So these are different properties of. Let's talk about the different phenomena that light shows. Light shows the following phenomena. The first one the light shows is rectilinear propagation, which means light travels in a straight line. The second phenomena that light shows is reflection. The second phenomena which light shows is reflection, which is bouncing back of light from one medium to the other medium. When you place a mirror, light is incident on the mirror and comes back to the same medium or bounces back to the same medium is called reflection of light. The third phenomena what it shows is refraction of light. The fourth phenomena what it shows is polarization of light, and the fifth phenomena what the light shows is interference of light. The sixth phenomena light shows is diffraction of light. The seventh phenomena what light can show is photoelectric effect, and the last but not the least is Compton effect. So these are the different phenomena which are shown by light. So let's discuss about this phenomena. Now for you, the most important is reflection and refraction. The remaining phenomena you learn it in higher standards. So rectilinear propagation means light travels in a straight line. So light travels in a straight line and we draw this, and this is called as a ray. So ray is the form. We know light is a form of energy, so energy is traveled in the form of a straight line called as a ray. Now what is reflection? Bouncing back of light from one medium to the same medium. Like you have a mirror, so this is a mirror, light is incident on the mirror, it follows certain principle and reflects back to the same medium. So this is energy incident on one wall or a mirror is reflected back to the same medium. So this is called reflection. Coming back or bouncing back of light to the same medium is called reflection. And what is refraction? Suppose you take a glass, a transparent glass. When light is incident on that glass, it enters into the glass. So this is refraction. Or when it is incident in such a manner at an angle, then also it enters inside the glass, and that is called refraction. So refraction is simply bending of light. So light bends when it travels from one medium to the other medium. So refraction is going of light into the other medium. So simply bending of light when it travels into the other medium is called refraction of light. And let's see what is polarization of light. So, polarization of light can be understood with an example. Now, you wear a specs, polarizing sunglasses, that the intensity of light, intensity is actually power, or you can call energy, for instance. Then the light which is incident on eyes are very dangerous because it consists of UV rays. So we wear that polarizing sunglasses such that the intensity of light decreases and the light which enters into the eye has less intensity. So polarization is simply a process where the intensity of light decreases. In further standards, you can learn deeply about polarization. I am just giving you an example so that you can understand what is polarization of light. And what is interference of light? See, interference of light is, suppose you have a light of certain wavelength and I have another light of same wavelength but different phase or different phase of vibration. They both meet at a point and travels as a single light, and that is called interference of light. So interference is a point where two or more lights combine, where intensity changes will occur. So that is called interference. And diffraction of light actually violates first phenomena, that is rectilinear propagation. We know light travels in the form of a straight line, but when the light encounters an obstacle is what you put anything in front of that light ray, then light ray, instead of traveling a straight line, it bends away or towards, depending on the size of the obstacle. So that is called diffraction of light. So diffraction of light is simply bending of light at the edge. So bending of light, see, also in refraction the light bends but it travels into the other medium. In case of diffraction, light bends and there is no concept of medium here. So diffraction is simply bending of light at the edge of an obstacle is called diffraction. Now photoelectric effect is very simple. You take a metal, and when light is incident on metal, the electrons on the surface of metals are ejected out, because the electron on the surface of metal absorbs energy from the light. We know light is a form of energy and light consists of photons. So that's why you have this photoelectric effect. So photoelectric effect says that photons, which is nothing but light particle, light is not lighter particle of light. So photon is a light particle. When it is incident on a metal surface, not all the metals, only few like magnesium, calcium, platinum, etc. When light is incident on that metal, which light? UV light or visible light or certain range of wavelength is incident on that metal. Not all electromagnetics waves will show photoelectric effect, only few will show photoelectric effect. That is when light absorbs, energy of the light is being absorbed by the electron and the electron ejects out. That is called photoelectric effect. So this is the other phenomena of light. And finally, Compton effect of the light is, it's called the scattering of light. So scattering is simply when light is incident on any particle, certain energy is absorbed and the remaining energy is emitted. So there is a deviation of path of the light, and that is what is called as Compton effect. So these are the different phenomena which light shows. In our studies, we restrict ourselves to discussion of only these two, that is reflection and refraction, because first one is a simple definition that light travels in the form of a straight line. So in the next classes we see what is reflection of light and what is refraction of light.